Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, you can mentally relax your body and relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So first of all, we take few seconds to send the blessings to all the people who got affected from that earthquake from Turkey and in Turkey and Syria. So our thoughts and prayers go for them, and may they get out of that difficulties. And all the people who passed away, we transfer the merits for all of them to find a better place in their sansaric journey. And all the people who are struggling to get back to their life, we send the strength and courage for them, and all the helpers, whoever, doing that great help and try to do their best to take people out of that difficulty. We send the strength and courage for them, and our prayers going to be with them. So dear devotees, with that, I'm going to start the session for today. So world itself is a theater, and the world itself is like a school, world itself like a university, and the world itself like a Buddha, and world itself like a sutra, teaching us what is life. So we have to remember, so when something happens somewhere in the world, so it can happen to us also. Just imagine, we just live in Los Angeles, and once a while this little bit this shake. See that what happened in the other country. So that's why the time that you have, always remember, it is so precious, important. Protect it and get the best out of it. So for that, always you have to remember. So the way you react to the perception is the way that you contribute to the world. So then each and every moment you have opportunity to take a very conscious decision and react. So whatever things happen, maybe, you are in the very difficult situation, you get mad, disappointed, unhappy because of other people. Of course, there are really, very bad people. But still, when it come to us, when it come to you, because of them, you no need to be bad. You no need to be sad, worried, disappointed, unhappy. Because of they are in darkness, you no need to bring the darkness to yourself. So then take in each and every moment, take a very conscious decision yourself to give the best, do the best from you, because that's going to become your contribution to this world. And just imagine if it is the last moment. See, there are some people, they were just sleeping. They're not going to wake up anymore and see the sun. And there were a lot of people had future plans, and they just, dreaming about that plans, and suddenly that everything collapsed. And their dreams, went to the graveyard with just themselves. No one knows. A lot of young people, a lot of infants, children, elders, it doesn't matter, whatever the age limit, whatever the gender, it doesn't matter the poor or the rich. It doesn't matter you are strong or you weak, you are capable or not. It doesn't matter. Look what happened end of the day. So that's why always remember, when it comes to you to react to something, it is your chance, it is your opportunity to contribute something to the reality, contribute something to the nature, contribute something to the universe. If you look very carefully, just imagine how big this universe. We can't imagine even. You are just a very, very tiny part of this entire universe. You are not powerful that much. But when you have opportunity to do something, and when you take a very conscious decision, and when you select yourself to do the good, it's going to become so strong and so powerful. It's powerful than this entire universal material strength. Then, as you know, in this universe, there are many, many energies, powers, nuclear powers. There are a lot of black holes can suck this, entire planetary system. It's a huge electronic strength and power keep moving around this entire universe. But that all going to become smaller, useless, powerless, when you take a very conscious decision to do something good. Because it's kind of like you build up this inside strength to go against that entire current, and there is no way out of that goodness. Even though this entire planetary system, that all the strength, the power, the nuclear, the electron or anything, that whatever come together and try to convert that good to bad, it's not going to happen. With the loving kindness, compassion, or with the generosity, or with the good heart, when you take a decision regarding other people, especially when they do the wrong things or the bad things, or when they become very mean, when they do kind of like difficult things for you, in that very moment, rather than doing the same thing, reacting the same way, if you can take a very conscious decision, it is going to become a greater contribution for yourself to this entire universe. So then each and every moment, remember, you are capable to do that. Only thing is, you have to be a little bit conscious, and you have to put some weight on you. You have to put some value on you and understand you are not like them. That's how you can uplift yourself. So always remember, you are the director of your life. You have a camera yourself, in your self view. Always you point out to things. We have it. That's why we are here. Until we transform, until we get into liberation or the enlightenment, we're going to be with that, our self-view. So then use it in kind of like a profitable way. Don't use it to unprofitable things. Out of your self-view, build up something good. So when at the end of the day, when you balance your account, how are you going to do that? It always going to be with whatever in your heart, not whatever in your hand. It's, even when we go to sleep, look, we don't know, we kind of like half dead. We don't know. When we go to sleep, sometimes if suddenly something happen, we don't know. Somebody come and take it, we don't know. Even other people try to wake up, wake up, you go back to sleep. You half dead. So whatever in our hand, it's necessary. It's important. But if you look a little bit deeper, it's powerless. There's no power. Look, you have to go to YouTube or, Facebook or news, you'll watch that how that huge building, 1 second collapse with the people. It's not a kind of like a fantasy. It's not kind of like a, it's like a, the story somebody create. It's not kind of like a Disney movie. It is real. It happened somewhere for some people. So when you have loving kindness and compassion, you recognize that when something happened to someone, you recognize you kind of like you are part of it. So you have to have that open mind and open heart to understand it, and seeing someone and understanding it can happen to you also. So that's why, when I watch some that the video footages, so what I was thinking, so it's a kind of like, it's very, painful sometimes, because if that people had a kind of like something hold in their heart with the anger, hatred, jealousy, they have no chance to recover from it. But you and me still we have that opportunity. So that's why, you have to come back to you and clean up your head, clean up your mind, and clean up your heart, clean up your, desires, everything, and keep the best moment of you. For how long? Each and every moment. Why? Anytime, things can happen. We can disappear from here. Tata, bye, bye. You can't find where, where this monk go. Don't know, she's gone. That's it, So it happened to you also. Once it happened to you, you have no idea where you go. But if you have the very clear mind, the best version of you, when you die with that, even if you come back, we don't know. We can't exactly say exactly you're going to die. We're born, because who knows? Maybe you attain to the enlightenment and done. But if you come back with the very best version of you. That's the simple logic that you have to follow. If you die with the anger, hatred, the jealousy, the worry, disappointment, fear, so when you die with that, there's no kind of like a way to transform it to other side when you come back. You're going to come back with what you hold. So that is the basic principle always you have to follow in day-to-day life. No need big dharma. Just simple dharma that if you hold it to you, And you become very careful about you. So whatever come out of you, you have the power. You take very conscious decision. You don't allow it to just come out. You take a very conscious decision, and maybe things happen. So then when things happen like that, right away, withdraw from it, divorce from the situation, and you can apologize, say sorry, and you determine yourself. It's not going to happen anymore. If it is happen again, do the same thing. Then by the time what will happen, you are capable to get into a position, not it happen anymore. And this, the people, it's not happening anything to them overnight. Look at the children. When they come out of the mother's womb, they can't walk, they can't talk, they can't eat. But let's see what is happening day by day, the process, how they become younger. And even the parents, they are the one who take care. But after a few years, even the parents can't imagine their children becoming, bigger, younger, stronger. See, that is how so the mind the same. It is just not the body on. So your mind the same. It develop invisibly. It develop invisibly. How? With the perception you perceive through your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So remember that. So then always feed the good information, and at the same time, your bodily, verbally, mentally reaction come out. Get the best version of you. Get the best version again and again. Maybe overnight you can't do. Suddenly you can't do. Like, look at this track and field, the people who practice sport or any sport. They're not going to win overnight. One team, maybe they get into the World Cup, they're not going to winning right away. They'll keep losing many years. And after, long time, and giving their best, learning their mistakes, recovering from it again and again, finally, they come to the point. And all these Olympic, medalists, it's an overnight. They're not going to, come to the field and next day they have, take the gold medal. No, it's not going to happen. They go through hell to win the life. So same thing in you also. You can do that. So, but here, what we are more focusing to develop our inner peace, inner wisdom. But you have to develop this kind of like the same mechanism. We get the example from outside, how we develop our physical, and you can cultivate your mind the same way. You can build your mind, you can change your mind, you can create your mind. Maybe that the person who have experienced as who you are, you can change that person. You have a more better version. So you don't need to be the same like this. So then you have to look into yourself and then work for that. So when it comes to our human life, it always go towards two directions. One is the very survival mood. Listen that very carefully. One is very survival mood. Other one is the very transcendental mood, or the transformational mood, or the development or the cultivational mood. But the thing is, when you always go towards the survival mood, it happened from the samsaric journey. We have this very great habitual pattern. Your body is like a river. It's always this body. Always your bones, your skeleton, your shoulders, the head, this ears, teeth. Those are kind of like, when the river flows, that you see the, the rocks and the the river band, and it has a different shape. It not happen overnight. That all the rocks, pebbles, it has a history that struggling with that river, and it build up the character with the the rotating with the water, or the maybe resisting the water by the time that rocks or the pebbles get into that shape. So your life the same like this. Your body is like a river. Just imagine from the childhood to today, your body already went through certain kind of pattern, rhythm, the current, and it's keep going. And within another 10 years, you will see this all change, and it's go into different. And when it become different, remember, your teeth, your ears, nose, all the bones, that seen, unseen, all organs start to get shape with this physical current, with this mental, the power. It always struggling, getting shape. So when it go with this survival mood, when we get old, you go into that old age with so much pain, struggle. It's natural. It's from our samsaric journey. We bring some kind of memory. It is very rare that we bring some good qualities with us. The most of time from this samsaric journey, we bringing some kind of very painful, unprofitable qualities with us. Why? Because through this entire samsaric journey, we had this habitual pattern to go through this survival mood. That's why we always 24/7 earning, building, and eating, protecting. That it's kind of like when you go into that survival mood, every human being like a wild animal. That's the nature. Because that is where you have the fear, that it drives the survival mood, drive the fear, the anger, hatred, jealousy, and your body underneath, this, it is screaming, it crying, and with that you get old. See, very rare we see when we like, in our villages, when we go out, we like to see very old grandparents, grandmothers, grandfathers, because they sometimes there are some, they go, when even they get old, they have some kind of wisdom with them. When we see their eyes, we can see that it's kind of like they have undisturbed, very solid, they have kind of like they know the meaning of life. So even though this skin, get old, but their eyes is kind of like it is so powerful. Why? Because they have some kind of wisdom. And when they talk, when they smile, and sometimes they don't talk too much like us, they just smile. But it has so much wisdom there. How? Because through this journey, and the wisdom they develop in their system, it's there. But what happened when we go through always this survival mood? Through our eyes, we see only the pain, the struggle. Look, when, you see that sometimes when you see very old people, look, because you also going to become like that, And there is a sutta called Devaduta Sutta, and the Buddha mentioned that one time, because it's a kind of like a talk about the Mara, and and the testing and having a conversation with the people. So when you see an old person, remember, you also going to become like that. When you see a newly born child, remember, you also going to born like that and become helpless. And you're going to be in front of unknown person. Then all the decision, may going to take by unknown people. When you born, see, you have no power. Unknown people take all the decision. When you have to sleep, what you have to eat, where you have to go, what you have to wear, what time you have to go to sleep, what time you have to wake up. You have no power over anything. Everything desired by somebody else. You have no idea who is that person. And luckily, our parents, this time, our parents, we had to, you and me survive somehow. But not all the children going to have, survive that way. Not all the children going to be lucky like you and me. There are a lot of children in that early ages, they go through very hard time. And when I go to this school, recently we had a session, and one student asked me, where the hell, where the heaven, where the hell, because always he talk about the hell. And now what I told, because after high school, they're going to go to university. So I told them, do a case study. First, before you look where the hell or the heaven, start to look what is this human life. If we know this human life, how it happened, we're not going to question where the hell or heaven. Why we have that question? Because we never seen, we never experienced this human world properly. So that's why. And there are some students going to do research about it. So remember yourself. So when when you're born, you have no power over anything. Just imagine if you go to the wrong hand, what will happen to you? And when you get old, the same thing happens. Somebody else going to take decision over you. You have no power over what you have to eat, how or where you have to sit or sleep, what time you have to sleep, and sometimes even maybe you watching TVs, and you have no power over the remote control. Somebody else come and put, push the buttons. You just have to sit and watch. That's it. But don't go to that stage with the pain. It is your choice. That's why. Don't go into this always this survival mode. So you are capable to go develop the transcendental mood. So develop some inner peace, develop some inner wisdom. Why? Because your life not going to be the same like this. That's why. So then through this entire samsaric journey that you came like a river, now you have an opportunity. Change the current. Change the current. But look yourself. How much time you spend to develop your inner peace, inner wisdom? Because most of time, you spend the time to struggle with this outside world. Where are it going to end? What it going to bring? You have no idea. So whatever it brings, in the very next day, it's going to change. So then slowly, little by little, start to develop yourself this inner peace. So slowing down, taking some time for yourself, sitting down, and without reacting to anything, just allowing everything to settle down and build up this inner peace. So it is an art. So you can do that. So only the very first thing you have to have the faith. Remember, there are like daytime flowers. It all need the most of time, lot of flowers to bloom, it need the sun. Without sun, it's not going to happen. There are some flowers, they no need, it not need, at night they can. But sometimes at daytime, it absorbs the heat, and at night it release, and then it bloom at night. So most of flowers cannot bloom on without sun, it not going to happen. So your inner peace the same. Without rest, that inner peace not going to happen. Always busy, 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 busy. You know, you become busy than the honeybee. You know, you're not going to get any honey. You know, or you may end up with no money. You know, that's how it is. So remember then, start to finding the rest little bit. That is kind of like the sunlight for the flowers to bloom. So your transformation, for your wisdom, rest is the path. Start to do that. A little bit. Consciously you take that rest, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, because it is very necessary for you. So for that, you have to have the faith, conviction, trust. So that is the first quality that you have to have, and to give that opportunity. It's same like the money. So money you spend for whatever you like. That is the simple sutra. Money you spend for whatever you like. You know, so your time, that is the biological currency that you carry within you. You know, so you spend it also for whatever you like. So then it is your choice. Don't, you know, we can't escape from survival mode most of time, but take a conscious decision to start to increase the duration of your transcendental time period. The survival time, it somehow it's going to happen. That this is very natural, but you can develop this inner peace, transformation, and the change you build in you. And you slow down that this inner struggle. You give some rest to your body. And so in yoga, you know, there is a posture, savasana, like a, you know, corpse or the dead body. You just lie down, you don't move. It's kind of like you're dead. 3 minutes, your entire body. After even, you know, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours session, you know, you go through all the postures, but when you lie down to savasana, allowing your whole body weight to go down and, you know, completely give the rest, you come back and you don't feel like you had that much physical work. So that is the power of the giving rest. So first you have to have the faith for that, for you, for your inner peace, for your own samsaric journey, because you are the one who need to take care of that. Remember, you have the husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, partners, so everyone. And you may think they will take care. No, they can't. There's no opportunity for them to do that sometimes. Just imagine, in case, something happened, they call 911 and the ambulance come and take you, and then emergency room, no one can come closer to you. Unknown people start to handle your life. See that, sometimes nowadays when people get sick and when they go to hospital, no one can visit them because of this virus situation still. Some of our friends, they are in the hospital, no one can go and see. So that's why develop this inner peace, because it's worth for you. And other one is the faith, conviction, the trust, confidence. So the next one is the effort. So without effort, it's not going to happen. Remember, it's not going to come like a pre-lunch, in America. You can't look for pre-lunch in America. No, it's not going to happen. In the Eastern countries, it happened. That in the ancient time, the people need only that. If you have the pre-lunch, your life going to be okay. That's why the monks always have the bowl and go up in the path, or they go begging food, go, and once they find the lunch, and they spend their whole life to develop their spiritual life. But here it's not like that. So that's why you have to have the effort. But that effort, you have to remember not to put into the survival mood. So use the effort little bit to develop your inner peace, your transcendental mood. And it's not only for one time. Sati, it's always you have to keep in mind. Again and again, again and again. Again and again. You have to take a very conscious decision. And you have to tranquilize it, not do half. You're somewhere else, your mind, here and there. You sit or savasana, you say lie down, allow your body, and then you think about something. After you wake up, what you're going to eat, or what you're going to do, you're going to have a cup of tea or coffee, or you have to go here and there, or I have to make that phone call, or I have to check my Facebook message. You can't do savasana like that. After you die, it's artificial death. You have to go into that. So like that, you have to do it completely 100% when you rest, not half. But look ourselves looking, watching TV, talking to somebody, that's how we resting. So end of that time, you become busy more than any other time. Like your holidays, you become so busy. It's not a time for you to rest, most of people. And so that's why you have to have the wisdom also. And not to select the very minor things during that time, and you have to get into the very major things. So not to go into survival mode, but to always direct this river of life towards the transcendental mode. And it's not only just mind. When the mind go through that twist, turn, your entire nerve system, your blood circular system, your muscles, your skeleton, head to toes, this entire, this life start to to get into that rhythm. It can feel, it can feel. So after you die, this people can take your bones and see, what kind of lifestyle you had. After, if they find after 1,000 years, if they find a skeleton, little piece of it, and they can recognize, what kind of lifestyle you had. What does that mean? That whatever the life that you go through, this all memorize. So tomorrow is mean kind of like that your entire historical memory going to wake up again. So why? Because we always repeat this survival mode. Don't do that. Don't afraid for life. Nothing going to happen. If something happen, it will happen. You can't do anything for that. So look at Turkey and Syria, how it happened. Because when it happened, it happened. So like that. That doesn't mean you have to, you don't go to don't care mood. No. You slow down your survival mode and increase transcendental mode. Don't go to don't care mode. No. Your transformation, your inner peace mood, you develop little by little, not overnight. Don't push too much. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you become very sustained with that, and then increase. It's by the time you feel, oh, let's sit 20 minutes, or let's do 1 hour today. So like that, you gain it. So then by the time when you get old, and even though this physical body start to become so weaker, all your mobility you lose, all your balance you start to lose, all your strength you start to lose, but you start to come with the wisdom. And that is what you need. That is the only protection that you have. So that's why put some effort on it. Have some faith on that and be with it again and again. Develop very sustainable, tranquilized mindset. And then you will see how the change happens inside you. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say, so Pateva, or may I be well and happy, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Means who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhammanudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribundissami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchutu. Bless you.